Ra's al Ghul is a supervillain and enemy of Batman. A former healer who later chose a moniker that translates to Head of the Demon, he is a criminal mastermind and leader of the League of Assassins. In most stories, Ra's goal is to save the Earth from possible ecological devastation, often by destroying most of the planet's population or bringing the world under his control. Though brilliant master of strategy with knowledge in various fields, Ra's al Ghul's greatest asset are his Lazarus pits, which have allowed him to live centuries and even restore himself from death. Created by Dennis O'Neil, Neil Adams and Julius Schwartz, Ra's al Ghul first debuted in Batman 232, published in June 1971. Initially serving as a possible arch-nemesis, his appearances gradually reduced during the 1980s. However, he has made constant returns to battle the Dark Knight and other superheroes, including Superman, the Justice League and the Outsiders. Ra's has also served as the primary architect of several major conflicts with Batman, including Contagion and Tower of Babel storylines. Due to his resources and legions of followers, Ra's al Ghul is sometimes considered one of Batman's most powerful adversaries. Ra's al Ghul's early life and exact age are somewhat difficult to recount by writers. The current, in continuity, origin story is told in the graphic novel Batman, Birth of the Demon, 1992, by Dennis O'Neil and Norm Breyfogle. As told in Birth of the Demon, Ra's al Ghul is born over 600 years before his first appearance in Batman comics, to a tribe of desert nomads somewhere in Arabia, near a city whose inhabitants' ancestors have journeyed to the Arabian Peninsula from China. Ra's is interested in science from an early age, and abandons his tribe to live in the city, where he can conduct his scientific research. He becomes a physician and marries a woman named Sora, the love of his life. Ra's discovers the secret of the Lazarus pit and saves a dying prince by lowering him into it. The prince, who is sadistic to begin with, is driven completely insane by the Lazarus pit. He proceeds to strangle Sora, on whom he has already had his eye for some time. The ruler of the city, unwilling to admit to himself his son's culpability, declares Ra's guilty of the crime and sentences him to a slow, tortured death in a cage with Sora's corpse. Ra's is set free by the son of a dying elderly woman, whom Ra's had earlier examined. The son feels that he owes Ra's a debt for easing his mother's suffering during her last few hours. Ra's and the son head into the desert to seek the tribe of Ra's birth. Ra's convinces the head of his tribe, his uncle, to follow Ra's in his quest for revenge by promising the downfall of the king of the city. By understanding the germ theory of disease hundreds of years before anyone else, Ra's is able to infect the prince with a deadly virus by sending him contaminated fabrics. When the ruler of the city comes to ask Ra's to cure the prince again, Ra's kills both him and his son. Ra's then leads his tribe to raze the city to the ground and kill all of its inhabitants. Subsequently, Ra's declares himself the demon's head. However, in Batman Annual 25, published in 2006, Ra's al Ghul is described as a 700-year-old international terrorist. Ra's spends the next several centuries journeying the world. He fights in the Napoleonic Wars and the French Revolution and becomes a formidable warrior. Unfortunately, that resulted in unpleasant side effects when Jason was apparently driven insane by the revival, with him seemingly falling to his death before Ra's and his men could stop him. 5 years later, Ra's was paid a visit by Batman and restrained, although he told Batman to unhand him and let him call off his guards, as Batman didn't disable his palace's alarm systems beforehand. True to his word, Ra's called off the guards, and then explained what had transpired in the past after he learned not only of Jason's survival, but also his new activities in Gotham as the vigilante known as the Red Hood. Ra's also ordered his men not to pursue Batman, and felt that he had already meddled enough. Ra's was last seen in the ending, where he was on a plane watching the news of Joker's incarceration in the aftermath of Red Hood's fight with Batman with remorse. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the complexity of Ra's al Ghul, one of Batman's most enigmatic foes. His legacy and character continue to fascinate fans around the world. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content on your favorite Batman villains and heroes. We look forward to seeing you again soon in the Gotham City of YouTube. Until then, may your quest for knowledge be as endless as Ra's al Ghul's immortality. Goodbye, and as always, stay vigilant.